Welcome. Today's project is something very simple, or so it will seem, and that is to get one of these compound vices mounted to a small desktop drill press. But there is a problem, and that is if you install a 13mm drill bit into it, you're not going to get your stock in here. I think the closest you can get to it is maybe a 5mm. Now, as you can see at the bottom, the table is as low as it can go. Removing the table has got the opposite effect. Now, as you can see, the drill bit fits in fine, but doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. And if you take a 3mm drill bit, there's no way it's going to reach. So my plan is to make a spacer for it, and the spacer will be variable in height. So we'll see how it works out. These two 12mm plates will form the top and bottom of my spacer, and I'm gonna have little different sizes of round stock in between to space them apart from one another. Now the project looks simple, but on this milling machine it's not that simple, because first of all, my vise, I can't fit this piece of plate into the vise. The vise is too small, and if I mounted on my 1, 2, 3 blocks on top here, then my coil doesn't reach. So the plate needs to be milled on top of the vise. So I'll show you my cheat that I'm going to use in order to get this plate milled. I need to mill it flat, and I need to mill it square and drill a couple of holes on both of them. Now, they do have a rock in them, so you can't really clamp them tight, so you need to shim them up, find out which side is got a bend in it, and add your shim to it to stop it from rocking, and then you clamp it down. As soon as the setup is done, I'll bring you back. Yes, setup is simple. I've got the plate clamp on top of the vise jaws. Now I've got a little shim on the one end where it's rocking, and I'm using a 1, 2, 3 block in my chuck here to square up the block with the machine. Now I haven't clamped this 1, 2, 3 block down on the vise jaw, so don't worry, I'm not destroying anything. Now what I'm doing is I've edge found on one edge, because this plate is a lot bigger than my machine's swing, and because of that I can only edge find from one edge and on both directions. Okay, if you're wondering why I'm not clamping this thing down, it's just to make sure that I don't break it on the way in or out, that my feed might be too slow or too fast. Now this is one of those combination tap and drill sets, so I'm very happy. It looks like it working very well. This will give you an idea how crooked a piece of flat plate is. It's nice and rock solid. There's no way that these studs are gonna move while drilling with this drill press because the motor is way too underpowered. These bolts give you a 50 millimeter range of adjustment downwards, and the top of the bolts won't affect anything, it won't touch anything. And then I've added toe-made screws, nuts on top, just to prevent you from cutting yourself on the threads. Other than that, this project is done. Sorry about the noise in the background, there's some fans running here, it's not my shop. Right, I hope you enjoyed this build.